Okay, so I think my soup's good. Anyway, so basically the whole point of doing this test is, technically I'm 1/16th Native American. Somewhere on my dad's side of the family, someone, great grandma or someone, grandpa somewhere, someone married someone that was Native American. And it's been told that, Iroquois, but then we found out that Iroquois is like a nation, and then there's tribes. So it's kind of like you have the United States of America, but then you have all the states like New Jersey, California, da 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 da. So we wanted to find out what tribe I was from, and like on my dad's side of the family, to find out for like me, my dad, and my brother. So originally, like my dad, he was gonna do this DNA test, but then we figured it didn't matter because like I'm his daughter, so it's kind of like the DNA kind of trickled down. So, and my dad at the time was like really busy, crazy, and we didn't know when on earth he'd be able to do it. I was available. I was more than ready and willing to do this. So again, I don't know if it's 100% accurate or not, but they didn't find any Native American. So I want a second opinion. I seriously want a second opinion. So we're thinking of having my dad take this test and see if anything different pops up for him. If not, I don't know if you guys watch Snooki and JWoww, but there's an episode where Snooki, because she's adopted, wanted to find out her origins. So she went to an actual like laboratory and they did the slobby swab and sent it off, and she got an in-depth, thorough like write-up of what she is, and turned out that what she thought she was, she wasn't. So who knows? This could be right, it could be wrong. I don't know. But with further ado, let me tell you about myself. So, this says 100% Europe. So, I'm from across the pond. So I'm 45% Ireland. I do have a lot of Irish in me. I guess that makes sense why I love potatoes. Then second to that is 16% European Jewish, which is funny. My ex-boyfriend's Jewish, and I think like, I don't know, like kind of a thing for like Jewish boys, and I'm like, guess what? Guess there's 16% Jewish in her. And that's on my dad's side of the family. That's where the Jewish comes from. But they're not religious, so I don't even know what form of Judaism they practice or believe in, which I'm very curious about. I don't know if there's any way to trace that back. But I found that very interesting, and also interesting, my grandma, before she married my grandfather, her boyfriend before him, he was Jewish too. I'm like, that's where I get it from. Dating the Jewish boys. Okay, then 16% Great Britain, then 9% Scandinavian. Then there's this question mark in the middle. There's like a little section here on my phone that says 14%, but trace of origin is a question mark. So I said maybe that's like the Native American part, or maybe I'm like an alien from another planet, and with the whole like CIA and Roswell, they can't really publicly publish that. Who knows, but there is a 14% of something that we have no clue what it is. Then 4% Europe West, then 4% Italy and Greece, 3% Europe East, 2% Finland, Northwest Russia, and then 1% Iberian Pennsylvania. Hell if I can say that. But can you see? See, there's like that spot with that question mark. That is, we don't know. So I'm kind of curious. I think my dad might do it and see if we get the same exact workup. And I definitely want to do it again, but what I feel like is a more professional environment, if you will, because you know when you do the whole like, oh, is like that your baby, you go to like the hospital or a doctor's office or a lab and they do your DNA testing. Or you could also go to your local drugstore and buy a kit, swab yourself, and then ship it off in the mail to somewhere and they do it. Again, I don't know. I think certain things, they just seem like more accurate they would be than others. So I really want to go to like a lab and something. I did have my DNA, like my chromosomes. Like I did have a genetic makeup done via blood work, and it came back that all my chromosomes were normal and I don't have any like abnormalities or any genetic like mutations. Like I'm pretty normal for the most part. So as far as that's concerned, that's all good, but that can't tell me like if I'm Native American or not. Which if it turns out this is just a folk tale in our family and it's really not true, I think it would crush my heart, because I'm just like, how neat is that? I think it's so neat, and I mean like that explains my dark hair, my crazy dark hair. And the fact that like my dad and we tanned so easy. It's like my dad, he'll be out in the sun like all the time, and he like tans like boom. If I could stand the heat and I was out as long as he would, I would like brown all the time. But hey, different strokes for different folks. So yeah, where on my mom's side of the family, they burn extremely easily. Like one time, because that's where more of the Irish comes from, my mom, she was like wearing a hat, she had like a high SPF on, she was under an umbrella, it was like a cloudy day, and she still got sunburned. So she needs to be extra careful, and she's had things lobbed off her. I'm just like, good Lord. So, and I favor my dad's side of the family a lot. Like on my dad's hair, I got his eyes, I got his jaw structure. I got a lot of things from him. I joke because he's really good at math and he's a really good driver. And those two things I did not get from him. I'm like, you're selfish. Why did you have to keep your driving skills and your math skills? Why couldn't you share those with me? But we have bad grammar, although I think mine's getting a little bit better, and we both can't really spell to save our lives in a way. And we always have to have our mom like be our editor and double check everything. Like she had to double check all my schoolwork. She had to double check all of his PowerPoint presentations and all of his stuff for his job, his work. So so I now know I kind of get that from my dad. Like he'll ask me sometimes, how do you spell something? I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like Googling, how do you spell blah blah. Or you know, we're always like asking my mom, how do you spell this and that? So that's, I guess, where my bad spelling comes from. So, I mean, and obviously I have things from my mom too. I mean, she was kind of like, feels a little left out when I don't ever say anything I got from her, but I got her big, lovely heart, all my kind, caring, all my sweetness that oozes out of me. That's definitely from my mom. But it's kind of funny because my mom and I are lucky in that we have nice nail beds, and she's like, we have no idea where my cute little baby hands came from, because my mom, she has like big hands and I don't. Like in my aunt, that she had cute little teeny baby hands, but she had Down syndrome, so that may have been a trait of that, but I don't know. But I'm like, I don't know where these came from, but I like my little hands. They're dainty. I have like dainty, delicate little features. So anyway, this is my story and my blog, and it's just me enjoying myself. I'm having fun, if you can tell, and sharing a little bit of of myself. I mean, this I just recently learned. The results just came in not that long ago. It's a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, I don't know. So I find it very interesting. I can't wait to share with some people when I get home, and meeting new people and starting making new friends. And there's this girl, and she's also into makeup like I am, so I can't wait to show her my nails. Look at my nails. I don't know if you can see, but my ring fingers, those are like 2 hearts and some black dots. Because, okay, let me just ramble on a little bit longer. My mom and I definitely needed to get our nails done again, and my mom we're in Florida, and my mom wanted to see if the winter boots were on sale at Dillard's, but nothing really was. And my mom is constantly like, it's Florida, who needs winter boots, who needs pants, like all these things there. It's odd to see them in the stores, and it's odd that they're not on sale. So there's a woman that had like a uniformy thing on that said LA Nails, and she's like, it's in the mall. Like literally, it was like 2 stores away from Dillard's. So we're in the mall, and it's like 9, I don't know, it's like late at night, and she's like, oh, if you go now, like they'll take you. So we were the last 2 clients, or customers, whichever you want to call it, and there were some girls about to leave, and they asked, and this girl said, oh, there's patterns over there. I'm like, do you have designs? Do you have patterns? Like, because, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, Talia Joy, like, her nails. Oh, my God. She would have, like, these amazing done-up nails. And then I see, like, celebrities, and I figured celebrities, they can do and have whatever they want. They can hire professional nail people. So I'm like, I'm only in Florida, right? So I was always curious, like, where Talia would get her nails done, because I always wanted, like, neat designs, and I like the gel manicure, or this, like, kind of a French with a nice design. And at home, maybe they do designs with the gel, and you kind of have to ask for it, or maybe they don't. I get the impression when I go at home, it's kind of boring. So I was like, yeah, this place. And I liked it, because I've only been to 2 other nail salons, and the first one is the closest one. I've been there like twice, but it smells in there with the chemicals, like, ugh. And then the second one I went to is a little bit farther away. I mean, it was nice, but I wasn't like wowed to death. But I really actually like this one, and I don't know if it's like, because the color, this is like, I don't know if this is more like a matte shade and not so much sparkly like my other one, but I feel like these nails are way more shiny than my last nails, and I'm just like totally in love with my nails. And I'm like, from now on, if we need to get our nails done, we're totally going back to that place. The only bummer downside is okay, so I have nice eyebrows. I do get them waxed, but I like to keep them on the thicker side, but you know, trim them up, any stray hairs that are going all over the place, pluck them out, wax them out, you know, give them a nice shape. But if you notice, if you ever go to nail salons, you notice like they have like really hardly any, like just like really thin eyebrows, and if you were to get your eyebrows waxed, they like take a lot of hair off. So I don't know if that's like why they do that, but my mom, you know, she like has these thin, barely there, nothing eyebrows. So I'm just there for my nails, getting them done, and the lady looks up at me, she's like, you need your eyebrows done, like, let me do your eyebrows. And I was like, no thank you. And then she kept pressing and pressing, and I'm just like, no thank you. So my mom's like, no really, her eyebrows are fine, she just had them done like not that long ago. It was like probably right before I left to come down here in the beginning of the month. So really, I even got to the point where I was like looking like in a mirror, I'm like, really, are they that bad? No, they're not. So I'm like, lady, don't you dare come near these things. So that was kind of funny. I'm like, these are apparently too thick for her liking. But love it, and I'm sure a pedicure would be just as lovely over there, although I don't need one yet. So I think this will be our new nail salon, and it was at the Coastland Mall, and I loved it. And hey, so that is my story for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed my stories, and I'm gonna go eat my soup before it gets cold. Hopefully it's not cold. And I'll see y'all guys real soon. Thanks for being here, and until next time, keep it quirky.